What's up, everybody, and welcome to Dubl Drbl Zoomcast, episode number 2, Bring It On Buddah. I'm Double R, Ricky Rodriguez. To my right is Gilbert A. Plus Asensio. To my left is our new partner. This is George Ochoa. He's pretty cool. Unmute. All right, you're muted, bro.
Hey, what's up, George?
He's muted.
Hey,
there we go.
How y'all doing?
It's our dude George right here. You can stay unmuted, dude. You can stay unmuted. Down here in the corner is Dr. Shireen. I hope I said it right. And down here in the middle, we got one of my audience members, my dude Fawad Iceman Iskander. So we're gonna get people throughout the time as they join in. If you guys want to throw hands up, say what's up. That's cool. Yeah, it'll be fun. So let's just keep this informal. We're a big family here. Let's do our thing. First off, Buddah, thank you so much, bro, for joining us. I know you got a lot of things going, and to squeeze us in, we appreciate it, man, so much.
No problem, man. I appreciate you guys having me, for real.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when I worked at Ferran's old show at Sports Collective, I met you. I was that dude with the weird black jacket, the little white boy in the corner. But you were cool with me, man, and I appreciated that so much. It showed your character, man. I really appreciate the way you treated me.
Oh, no problem, man. I really do appreciate meeting everybody that I meet, man. It's a blessing. Anybody that come in contact with, man, it's a blessing.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. All right, so we want to get started. When I met you, I was like, dang, this dude's a brick house. This guy's probably, kicked butt his entire life in the league, but man, the stories that I got when I was at Sports Collective and the extra stories that I got this week, man, it's amazing the journey that you've been on. And I know some of it, Doc knows some of it, but I would love for you to share a little bit more maybe of the background of childhood, bro, up to, just what brought you up to be the person that you are today.
All right. Well, first I can just talk. So if you have questions, cut me off and ask them.
Go ahead, man.
I don't take any disrespect, but yeah, it's a great question, man. I started off, when I was a young kid. I had a dream to play basketball, but I just didn't know, how to pursue it right. My parents, they were foreign. My stepfather, he was Puerto Rican, and my mother, she was full Korean. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm Puerto Rican.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no disrespect to them, but they had like the hard tradition. Work hard for yours, support your family, do that stuff. So, there's no disrespect to that. I respect that 110%. There's a lot of people in this world doing that, it's like the American dream, and then I always had something different. I just didn't know how to pursue it. I didn't have the right guidance. I was always to myself. I got jumped growing up in Killeen, Texas. It's a real rough neighborhood. What else? I just always been around sports, but I was just like a really shy kid. Just didn't really have confidence. I didn't know who I was. So I always did things for other people. So whenever after high school, I tried to go to college and I didn't make the college team. That was the first time I didn't make a team. And I was just like, okay, so now what? And I tried to get a job. Never did really like working a 9 to 5. What else? What did I do after that? Oh, yeah, I was just kind of lost. I started smoking weed for the first time, hanging around with friends and just partying all night, playing basketball all day. I literally came home to shit, shower, and y'all don't mind the cussing, do y'all?
You're good, bro. It's all good.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so, yeah, I'm just shitting and taking showers, eating their food, like sleeping a little bit, waking up and doing the same thing all over again.
So it got to be routine.
Yeah, like a bad routine. So my stepfather, he all about hard work, and he's just like, man, you just coming up here thinking you a man now because you're over 18. He's like, this house ain't big enough for 2 men. So we got into a few fist fights, and then my stepfather had told me briefly about, joining the military. So I didn't really have any ideas about it. So I just went down to the recruiter's office, went to the Air Force, and I was bought in. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this just to get out of here. So yeah, that's when I joined the military.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I had a lot of friends by the age 19, the big, the Hispanic families. I also noticed that you're biracial, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did that affect you growing up in, I don't want to sound racist because I swear to God I'm not, in Texas? You know, it's supposed to be like the South, you know? Did they treat you any different over there? You said it was like a small town in Texas. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it was just real hard to fit in. Like, all I really wanted to do was play sports, but, you know, then you had kids that just wanted to be, like, involved in the gang violence, and, you know, they see it all around. So I don't know if they feel threatened or they see you trying to do something different. I don't know. I just literally, like, played basketball all the time. And one time I just remember being jumped by my friends just out of nowhere in the garage. And I don't know, somehow I got out, ran down the street. They chased me down the street, and some man was just outside and working on his yard. And I just screamed at him, and he just, like, looked back, and then they kind of stopped and just walked away.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just confusing. Like, they knew I played sports. They saw me growing up. I grew up with them. It was literally the street right next to the street that I grew up on. Yeah. So it's like my neighborhood friends, and it didn't make any sense to me.
Well, yeah, I've had friends like that too, not to that extreme, but like they notice that you're actually going places, and they're like, "Well, I'm not. I'm gonna hold him down as much as I can." That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. And then 2 weeks. For like 2 or 3 weeks after that, they always like tried to meet me at the bus stop in the morning, or like after school was over. I would like get off the school bus before my stop, or I literally started walking to and from school without even like letting my parents know.
So you pretty much changed your whole lively routine for your own safety.
Pretty much, you know, I just adapted.
That's horrible. Crazy. That's just not fair that you got to go through this, dude.
Yeah, man, that's rough. I don't know if I'll go through that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I was bullied a little bit growing up, not too much, because I tried to round myself out to different types of people, friends with the drama club, friends with the bad guys, friends with the jocks. You know, you try to be friends with everybody. And it seems like you're a really nice dude, and I know that firsthand. But some people won't accept that, and it sounds like that's kind of the case right there.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Teach his own.
Exactly, and you just to each its own, but it also makes you the strong person that you are today. You said you went to join the Air Force. Did you get stationed in a certain spot when you first went?
Oh man, that was the crazy part. I was born and raised in Killeen, Texas. Never really lived anywhere else out of that. And then I joined the military, and my first duty station is Alaska.
Oh man!
Holy crap! Dude, talk about
that's a big weather change too.
Yeah,
that's a big weather change.
Super cold out there, man. I don't think I could have survived that.
I got lucky though. I was blessed because I got there like April, so like the snow was like melting and the weather was just coming around. So I ain't really feel the winter part, but once that winter hit, it was like 14 inches every day.
Oh wow!
I can't.
At least 20 degrees every day at Alaska, bro.
Oh, it's below zero, bro. Like anything below.
Okay, I can't survive that. No way.
I'm good here in Cali, man.
I know, man.
Yeah, I can't do any of the extremes. My family lived in Arizona. My grandparents, they're like, "Oh, you can always come and stay with us." I'm like, "The hell with that! It's like 100 summer. You guys are crazy, you know."
Live there too, man. Live there too. You have to have air conditioning everywhere you go.
Yeah. You also got stationed overseas, didn't you? Where overseas were you stationed at?
Yeah, man. I was blessed to be stationed in Korea. Like, I'm half Korean, so
I was about to say Korean.
So it definitely was like it was a blessing just like to be in my culture and like having people stare at me like, what is that? Like staring at me like his eyes look Asian, but
did you get the chance to check out the city when you were out there?
Yeah, all the time, man. I went to Seoul, went to the DMZ. Yeah, man. I found out my uncle was out there. We linked up and
that's cool.
Got a hotel room. You know, the alcohol's cheaper on base, so he's like, okay. Yeah, we just linked up, drank a little bit, had a little heart to heart. Like, we had some good times in there. So yeah, Korea was definitely a blessing. That's where my nickname Buddah came from.
Cool. So. That was one of my next questions. That's awesome.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yo, you're good, dude.
Very good.
Totally good. That's awesome. So it seems like, do you embrace that mentality? I'm not going to get religious, but do you embrace that mentality, or was it just like he was like, you have that kind of aura about yourself, I'm going to call you Buddah kind of thing?
No, I was 270 pounds. I had just got to Korea, and you know, you can't grow your hair out, but I had like a little mini fro with the S curls and
Really?
everything. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, something like that, bro.
Why is that?
George.
Yeah. You know, I put a little water in gel, and it just like does this little curl action thing. So,
I should try that on my hair one time.
There you go. You gotta get the big afro, George, like 70s style.
I wouldn't recommend it, bro.
Hey, man, once in a lifetime opportunity, bro. You gotta try everything. We only got one life to live.
Absolutely.
Right.
So yeah. So I just got there. I had like I had just cut all my hair off. Just one had like brand new, started a new base, and I made the base team that was over there. And the first event we had, there was like a tour group, the M1 group. I know you guys probably have heard of it.
Oh yeah.
The M1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Spider was in there.
Oh, cool.
Shane the dribbling machine, half man, half amazing.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter wasn't there. It's like a street ball group. But yeah, they came and did like a tour. It was more for a morale thing for the base, and our base team got to play against them. And I was doing pretty good. And the guy that was on the mic, you know, he was just like, "Man, who is this guy you got out here? You got Buddah out here?" And then every time I made a shot,
that's how it came about.
Yeah, that's how it happened. And then every time I started making a shot, the crowd was screaming, "Buddah, Buddah." I was like, "What?" And then the next day, the crazy part was the next day I was walking around base, and you know, when you're in the military, everybody calls you by your last name, like Airman Boyd, blah blah blah. And everybody started calling me Buddah. It's like, "Hey, ain't you that Buddah guy? Hey, Buddah." Like, nobody was calling me Airman Boyd to set people at my job. Everybody was just like, Buddah. So it just stuck after that.
Even your drill sergeants were cool with that?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
There was like a sense of professionalism when we got around, like, you know, people that really, really cared. So they would change it up and be like Airman Boyd. But whenever like nobody was around, or if we was just,
no, I hear you there, bro, because my name's not really Ricky. My name's Richard, and I absolutely can't stand that name.
Richard?
Yeah, you all know why. Anyway.
What about Rich? Do people call you Richard?
My real name's everybody calls me Ricky, so I've always gone by Ricky. I never liked Richard. And then got the whole double R thing. So it's like it depends on who I'm talking to, you know? If I'm talking to you guys, I'm double R. If I'm talking to family, I'm Ricky. If I'm talking to the judge at the courthouse, I'm Richard. You know, like I gotta know who I'm talking to.
Richie Rich.
Oh,
Richie Rich.
Exactly. Oh man, but I know I totally get what you're saying. Like you're informal at times and formal at times. About how long were you stationed over there?
I was supposed to be there for a year, and I love the basketball scene so much. I actually get extended, and I extended 2 more years and finished my career after playing there for 3 years. I don't know, the drive and the belief started building, and then I was just like, you know what, it's about that time.
That's pretty sick. Did you?
And
Go ahead, G. Go ahead.
Was that the time that when you came back over here and you heard of Orcas, or is that a little bit after?
Dockers, what's that?
The Oxnard Orcas.
So the Orcas.
Nah, Orcas just recently happened. I mean, I've been out of the military since 2012, bro.
Oh, so it's been a while.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. It's been a crazy journey, bro. How I got to this right here, talking to you right here.
You've done a lot more, bro. We're gonna get into that. Okay, so you were stationed. When you came back, did you go straight to college, or did you take some time off? Because you started college at 32.
Yeah. Nah, when I got out, I had no plan. I just had a pure passion for basketball. When I got out, I went back home, and some of my old high school friends were playing for a semi-pro ABA team called the West Texas Whirlwinds. So I immediately joined that team and started playing and started getting film. And we played a team out in Arizona called the Arizona Scorpions. Okay. And yeah, I did really good against them. And a good friend of mine that I knew when I was a teenager saw me playing on base. Now I'm grown, and he's assistant coach, and he told me that he was going to be the head coach of that team, and they actually pay their players. So, yeah, they were like, he said if I could come out there, he would help me find a job, have a place, and if I wanted to try, I could have a fair try. So, you know me, I had pure passion. I had a belief. It's like, I'm gonna go do it. So, just got in my car, packed my bags, came out to Arizona, and
Oh my God, Arizona.
got myself a little situated, made the team, and did a whole season.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's cheaper
You
to
mentioned
live
getting in
out
your
there,
car
too.
and going. I noticed also that I don't want to hit, we don't try to get too personal, but you lived in your car for a little bit. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so I was out in California, and after I finished playing college ball, I wanted to play overseas, but I didn't really have any opportunities. Everybody was saying I was too old. So I literally just got into a bad situation where I didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't have no plans. I was about to give up and go back home. And I didn't I found a full-time job, and I knew I was going to be able to get myself together. So I was just like, all right, I have a full-time job. I have a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday. Just keep grinding it out. So I just kept staying motivated. And then I had one little opportunity of playing in Hong Kong. So I was really holding on to that. And we had practice and tryouts for a whole month. And I just dedicated myself to basketball, working out. I lived at a gym parking lot. So, Planet Fitness had a shower, had a bath, had toilets, So I just chilled in my car. And when I got bored, I just went inside the gym. And then had practice that night, and I told the coaches my situation, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be homeless whenever we get back, because I'm not gonna work the time that we're in Hong Kong, and we weren't getting paid. I was literally just going for the experience and the dream, because basketball taking me to Hong Kong, come on, man.
That's crazy.
So when I finally made the team, it just made it worth it. I didn't really give a fuck like what was gonna happen when I came back. I just knew, bro, I'm gonna go to Hong Kong. Like, can't nobody tell me shit. Like, I was just on an all-time high, man. I just couldn't believe like what was about to happen.
That's crazy that you came out of the situation and you are where you are now. You think of some athletes.
How'd you feel when you got there? Like, how'd you feel like when you arrived to Hong Kong, and was it like a victory lap to you in a way, or was it like, were you just speechless?
What's crazy, bro? Like, now that you just asked me that question, it's crazy. Like, I'm having chills all over again about that feeling that I had. I'll never forget that, bro. It's just like an all-time high. Because everything that I went through, everything that was like, everybody that was against me or didn't believe in me, it was just something that I finally did. I finally did something for myself.
And you did it on your own.
It felt amazing, bro. It felt amazing.
Exactly. I could relate to that, man. I can definitely relate to that.
It doesn't matter if it's sports or it's life. When you want to give up, military or divorcees or widowers or whatever it is, then you try to jump back into whatever it is you're doing, and you push and you push and you push and you go home crying day after day after day. And sometimes you don't even show anybody that you're struggling. And then you finally get that certificate. You finally get that jersey. You finally get that doctorate. It's amazing. It's a feeling you never forget. It's awesome.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's crazy. When you were overseas, what were some things like culture-wise that you learned? Basketball-wise that you learned?
Hey, sorry to cut you guys off, but I do gotta leave. But I'll try to see if I can jump back on. All right.
You're all good, bro.
All right, George.
All right.
Peace. Family first. It's all good.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. Culture that you picked up while you were over there. Similarities and differences to playing in the States.
Oh, you're talking about like Hong Kong?
Yeah, Hong Kong. Any overseas that you were at?
Yeah. Basketball wise, it was surprising because they're very fundamentally sound over there, and they're 6'10", 6'9".
Really?
Oh yeah, these kids, man, it's crazy how much the game has grown. it's very difficult for me to do what it is that I do over here. I can get people over here with fundamentals, fake passes, pump fakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not very disciplined over here. Everybody relies on their athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
But over there in China, over there in Hong Kong, they were very disciplined with fundamentals. So it was very surprising. Like, I couldn't do a lot of things that I wanted to do. So I had to adapt and, you know, kind of like pass the torch to other guys that were younger than me and more athletic. And I was more of a role. I decided to be more of a role player.
Mm-hmm.
And once I decided to do that, I had a better game. But at first, I was getting blocked. I couldn't get past anybody. It was very difficult. It was very surprising.
Yeah, it's over there, man. They start super young. I mean, you look at, it's not basketball, but like Little League World Series, dude, they train their kids at like age 4, like 5 days a week, 6 hours a day, you know? I mean, yeah, they bring home titles, but man, it's insane over there.
It's like that with any dream nowadays, man.
Mm-hmm.
These kids are learning. I mean,
Right.
we're learning. Our generation is learning. We're trying to pass it on to our kids. So it's just going to show, like, there's good parents out there, you know, just trying to push their kids and show them, like, yo, you can really be anything you want to be. You just got to start early. You got to keep grinding.
Mm-hmm.
So the world is learning, man. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people like getting their dreams nowadays. It's become hard now.
Yeah.
And my opinion, it's funny that you mentioned that right now because I have a son of my own, and he's only 1 right now. But as I see him as a dad growing up, it just mind-boggling to see the things that he does, and it's like, wow, he's only 1. You know, how's he doing all these things already? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
man.
I think it's because, you know, your offspring learns from just seeing you, or even what he sees overall. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man.
It's also you want the best for him too, though. So you're gonna push him.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Well, like I've told you in the past, you know, you can be his friend, but you got to be his example too, because he's always watching you regardless of what you do. And that goes in sports too, when you're a teammate, which is funny because I was going to ask you about, you have a thing called Just Wanna Hoop, and you're also a motivational speaker. Could you kind of elaborate on that?
Yeah, the I Just Wanna Hoop was inspiration. It was inspired from my mother. Surprisingly, she just always got on me after getting out of the military. Like, just didn't understand, why'd you get out? Why are you still trying to chase the basketball dream? Like, just really trying to understand where it is that I was coming from. Like, she never really believed in me, but she always supported me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this is just one day I just tried to explain to her, like, Ma, I just want to hoop. Like, at the end of the day, that's all I really want to do. It makes me happy. And then the idea just clicked. So I just started a brand. And I was trying to make it perfect, like everybody else does. And then finally I was just like, you know what? That's enough trying to perfect it. I was like, I'll just figure it out on the way. So I just started pushing it.
Yeah. What is your target demographic for that brand?
Honestly, I want it to be my legacy, man. I want it to really go places, because I just want it could be anything for anybody. I just want to fish. I just want to hunt. I just want to report. I just want to read. You know, it could be anything. I want it to relate to anybody. And it's something so simple as to just what you want to do, you know, regardless of what's going on in the world, regardless of what people are telling you what you can and cannot do. It's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's what you feel inside. We got something, G?
No, I just love the ideas that he's throwing out there, man. It's definitely you don't really see anything like that out there in the world right now,
Thank you.
or someone's really trying to help somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really?
It's great that you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm still on my journey also. Like he said, the motivational speaking, it's like something that I'm really finding that I have a passion about. But God is still like, I'm still working on myself, man. I'm still going through my own trials and tribulations. And I know God is going to like work me and mold me into the way that he sees me. And yeah, things is going to take off, man. There's no doubt in my mind. Like, I know I'm on the right path.
It's funny
Well,
you mentioned that because I worked in a I worked everything from preschool to 8th grade. And like what you said, you motivate the kids. Man, I've seen everything from a kid crying because someone stole his pudding to a 12-year-old suicidal bisexual girl. You know, like you never know who you're going to help and how your experience is going to help them or when you're going to help them. And that's why when you go to motivate whatever level it is that you motivate them, you're changing lives, Buddah. You really are. And we appreciate you for doing that, man.
Thank you, Ricky.
So it's
definitely.
freaking cool.
I do want to say something about Buddah that you guys might not know yet until you guys actually meet him or spend some time with him or seeing him do what he loves to do. He literally embodies that I just want to hoop, but also like Buddah shines like an angel, like a star. Like he just has this presence about him that just makes you want to know him and talk to him and just like you just want to hug him. Like he just has so much life in him.
Thank you, Doc.
No, I could definitely speak on that because the day that we went to the IE tryouts and the day Buddah was there after the Empire's play, we saw Buddah and I was like, man, who is this guy? Remember I told you that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, dude, Gilbert, you gotta watch this dude. This guy is a freaking beast. And after that, I told him about when I saw you at Sports Collective and how cool you were. But when he saw you walk in, the presence, the big muscles, the hair, bro. The hair. Let's be real. We saw the hair. Because Ferran said you were gonna be there and you weren't there till game 2. I'm like, well, where's Buddah? Is he trying out for the Emperors? And he's like, no, he's gonna be here in the second game. So I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna try out for the Emperors in the second game. I'll grab an interview then. And then I see you walk in with the other jersey and you're bright. I think you had purple hair at the time. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, Gilbert, that's Buddah right there, bro. That's him right there. But like it's funny. I love that you do stand out though, but you stand out in your own way. And like Doc said, you stand out in a positive way but you don't just throw yourself out there, you know? You're like, you notice someone struggling and you're like, hey, you know, when I was young, this is what I did. Maybe this will work for you. You know, or your motivational speaking, you know, you can do this. If your parents say this, but you can try this, just be smart about it, you know? And I get that vibe when I'm around you. I really do.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks, man.
Hey, Buddah, I want to ask you a quick question.
What's up?
So how did it go where you found out about the Oxnard Orcas? Like, was it after the IE tryouts? Or, I mean, after the IE when the Empires were out there, or how did that go?
I actually saw Ferran posting it on his Instagram. Ferran was like very, very active because I'm very rarely on Instagram seeing other people's stories, and I just kept seeing Orca. And I was like, what the hell? What's this guy up to? And then Don, you know, that's my guy. He popped up, and I was just like, "Hey, coach, what?" So I did that, and then Don's my guy, man. I got so much respect for that guy. I mean, he really accepts me for who I am, like wholeheartedly. What's it called? So once I saw him coaching, I reached out to him. And I was just like, yo, what's up? Like, because I'm not playing any basketball right now. And, you know, I was just seeing where his headspace was at. And then he told me the story of Ferran buying the organization to set up his grandson. So, and I you know, I'm cool with Ferran. He's a veteran also. And he's always been genuine with me. So I was just, man, I could support that, you know. And I don't know, it's just, Ferran's got something great going, and Don's my guy, so I was just like, yeah, I'll try it out.
Yeah,
I want to try out like everybody else, so and it's like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, Buddah. When I saw your name on there, I kind of fanboyed. Like, yes, are you kidding me? Hell yeah! I was super stoked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Where he said, you know, you kept saying Don's my guy. Obviously, that played a big part in you choosing to come this way. You played for P4E, and when you did so, what did you learn from Coach Don, and do you carry that over in your motivational speaking and also on the court? How do you carry that over?
My biggest thing with Don, him being able to accept me for who I am. I can be honest, Don's a very church-going guy. I smoke weed all day, every day. I even have like this cinch on me sometimes. And Don will still give me a hug and be like, you know, Buddha's my guy, regardless. He don't judge me at all. And he does that with every single person that he comes in contact with. He accepts you for who you are. And if you don't know, he's more than comfortable to helping you out. But he's patient enough to let you figure that out on your own. And once you're ready for help, you know, he's there to help you out. I love that about him.
And I think that makes things easier for like a person to like come out of a shell, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially when they have someone that they know that watching their back and pushing them towards being a better person overall, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I had a lot of trouble growing up, man. So like the whole weed smell actually helps me out, because somebody that like smells it and wants to judge me off of it, I'm like, all right, that's just the energy I don't need already. That helped me out. But like somebody that can accept me and be like, man, you smell bad, but you know, you still seem like a good person. I want to get to know you. You know, some people can deal with the smell and they just really appreciate you for who you are, and it's dope. It's dope to me.
Yeah. It's good to be able to be yourself, but then know that when it's game time, you know, it's crunch time, you know, go in and you do your thing. How was it you said you found out on Instagram about the team, right? No one reached out to you personally? Did they call you? Or you just saw
no, that's not the truth. I mean, I've been reached out. I mean, people were reaching out.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, the Inland Empires, the Heat.
Oh, wow.
You know, everybody's.
So what made it easy?
Buddah, everybody wanted you. Come on now.
So, I don't know that. I don't know that, man.
Buddah, so what made it easy for you to pick the Orcas then?
I told you, man. It was a simple conversation.
Coach?
It was a simple conversation with Don. That's all it was.
The respect goes
the respect level. There you go. Yeah.
We really gotta thank Don when we see him, bro, because he brought also Andrew on the team because they had a good relationship as well.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, you guys, your squad. It's funny to see the squad so far because you guys, you're like a bunch of brothers, you know. Like a lot of you have played for P4E together, and if we can keep it that way, that you guys be on the Orcas together, we're gonna be freaking beast on the court.
Yeah, like but it's going to be another level, though. It's another level from this street league. So I'm definitely going to be pushing buttons and challenging people.
Yeah, like I was telling Ricky earlier, like I can't wait to be calling your guys' games because I feel like we have something special here. And I see that right now, man.
Yeah, you better get yourself right, man. You better be practicing, too.
Calling you out, G. He's calling you out.
Oh, I'm calling everybody.
Oh, yeah, he does that.
What was that, Doc?
I said, yeah, he does that. I've experienced it personally.
That's awesome, though. I don't like people that sugarcoat crap, you know? If you're going to sugarcoat it, I don't want nothing to do with you. Just get how it is, you know?
It's funny The Last Dance is on because that mentality that Jordan has, of course, I'm not on the level with him. But I kind of have the same mentality. Like I just want to win. I want to do whatever it takes. I mean, I remember literally pushing my teammate over to help because he was in the wrong spot, and I couldn't get there, so I just pushed him over the spot, and the dude ended up traveling, and he looked at me. He thanked me for pushing him. I was like, oh, man, I'm so sorry, bro.
That's hilarious. You know what's funny is I can see you doing that. I really can. Like
I just did it not too long ago. I just did it not too long ago, bro. This shit was funny, man.
That's freaking great. Oh my god.
That's the amazing part of having somebody that's a little bit more experienced, or like maybe that a little bit older, a little bit more of that like smarts about the game, that intelligence about the game, and also that's kind of like a big brother kind of thing to do, you know. So and we all need that.
Yeah.
No, it's so true though, especially in sports. Like, even if the person gets mad when you do it, they're gonna come back and thank you later because you're trying to, like you said, Doc. They're trying to make you stronger. They're trying to make you better. So I know I've had that done to me personally. It wasn't in sports. Here's a quick funny story. My buddy embarrassed the living crap out of me 7th grade dance because I couldn't dance for jack, and he took me out on the floor in front of everybody. And you remember the stupid puppet He used to make me do that in front of 3 different schools.
Oh,
Oh, hell no, I'm gonna learn how to dance. I'm gonna go do this next time so I don't look like a freaking moron, you know? Like, it's sometimes you need that. You need that kick in the butt to get motivated to be better.
And look at you now, Double R, you're TikTok famous.
Thank you. That's awesome. Buddah, dude, what advice would you give? I know you do the motivational thing, and I don't know exactly what you say at the motivational speaker thing that you do. If you want to talk about that, you can do that. That'd be awesome. But my main question I want to know is any advice for, let's say, 10-year-old and up trying to become either a basketball player, baseball player, or reaching their goal in general. What advice would you give a young child trying to reach their dream?
If it was sports related, definitely would tell them, like, just keep working hard every single day. Respect the people that's been there before you. And whatever they tell you, to put it into action. A lot of times, like, we like to be prideful and like to do things on our own.
Yeah, don't be prideful. Oh
yeah, an easy way to make it to the next level is to actually ask somebody that's already accomplished what it is that you want to do. Like Kobe said, he just followed Jordan's little script, and he's able to accomplish what he's accomplished. You know, it's that simple, but yet our pride and our egos make it difficult.
No, but it's so true though, and especially like you're talking about moving someone out of the way on the court because you were trying to make a play, but you were trying to help them. But another way you just mentioned is people like, we'll just say it, ball hogs. You know, they're like, oh, wait, you're not going to do jack. In baseball too, the same thing. I've seen a second baseman push a third baseman out of the way to catch a fly ball in Little League. Like, I'm like, are you serious right now? Did that really just happen? Like, and they're doing it to be the superstar. I don't like that. I don't respect that out of anybody. It's cool to have a superstar, but that superstar needs to be a leader. And honestly, I see that in you.
Well, the thing with superstars, they end up getting exposed eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So you continue to let them do what it is that they do, and eventually they reach a point where they get exposed, and that's where their lesson is learned. It's very hard to tell a superstar, yo, you need to do it like this. You know, what they're doing has been working for so long, but eventually they reach a wall breaking point where the truth is going to come out and they have to adjust.
No, that's true. You mentioned we're talking superstars. Let's jump into some superstars. Why the heck not? If you talk to me about my favorite superstar, I would say Cal Ripken Jr. And the reason for that is because he was the Iron Man. He played shortstop, for God's sake. He took so many hits, and he played over 2,100 games.
Iron Man, yeah.
Iron Man, you know? But not only that, he did stuff off of the field, and that's huge. And you do the same thing. My question for that is whatever sport, doesn't matter. Who was your number one, I guess, motivation athlete-wise growing up?
If you had to guess, who would it be?
Oh, man. What do you think, G? Who'd put me on the spot?
Okay,
Let's take a guess.
Hold on. So what years did you grow up, boy? Like, what was your timeline?
I was born in 82. I graduated high school 2000.
So maybe in like 90s player? I'm looking at a player that played around the 90s.
Man, I like how you like process of elimination.
Right?
So.
Just say something. Just say something.
So let me take it. Go ahead, Ricky. You go first.
I was gonna say
it's a free. I'm free. I just want a hoop shirt on the line right here.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Jordan. But since we're all talking Jordan here, I'm thinking it's not Jordan. Oh God. What about Magic?
It's a good guess. I'm away on everybody else's.
Okay, what you got, G?
I'll go after the doctor.
No, stop throwing it on people. Go. Anna.
Hey, ladies first, right?
Ladies first.
Let me turn that around, guys. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, so I was originally going to guess Jordan, but then Ricky said not Jordan. But I don't know. I would still say Jordan.
Okay.
No running this time.
Just because he was playing for the Rockets at the time, I want to say maybe Charles Barkley.
Good guess, all
Correct.
y'all. It was
Can the
actually.
audience chime in?
Wait, one more.
Wait.
Look at.
Wait, hold on. We get two?
We get two chances
Right.
now?
We'll let no,
Olajuwon.
she's a lady. She's a lady. Be a gentleman, you guys. Go for it, Doc.
Olajuwon.
She said that because I'm from Texas.
She said that
But,
because
it's actually Jerry Rice.
Really?
Jerry Rice.
Wow.
All y'all
Awesome.
off, huh?
I
Wow.
want to hear this. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
My first passion was football. I was born and raised in Texas.
Okay.
So I was all football. Basketball kind of grew on to me after high school.
Okay.
Jerry Rice was a very hard worker. I was at my best friend's house, and he was a big 49ers fan. And we were always playing Super Techno Bowl. He was always a 49ers. He was always throwing it to number 80. He was always saying Rice. He said Rice tag for some reason, just being a kid. Every time we would catch the ball, like jumping into the swimming pool, we always say Jerry Rice tag or something like that. So yeah, he was my idol. I didn't even know how hard of a worker he was, and then I started to find out more about him after I got out of the military. Like, he had the mindset of a hard worker. I wish we had the YouTube films and all that when I was little, because I definitely would have been glued on to Jerry Rice, because that dude was, he was a pioneer of professionalism, man. It was crazy, his mindset. Catching bricks. Come on, bro.
That's insane. Okay, I'm lost for words. I would have never guessed that. You guys.
Yeah, man. Same here.
No T-shirt for nobody. I'm playing. I got
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, I wasn't going to ask this question, but since you kind of brought this up, I thought we'd piggyback on it because I want to see what you say. All right, you got Bo Jackson, you got Brian Jordan, you got Deion Sanders, even Tony Gonzalez did it for a little bit. If you had the chance to go back in time and be a Bisport athlete, would you do it? And what sports?
Hell yeah, football and basketball.
Yeah,
I can
see
that
that.
work. I don't know if those two go together, but
hey, Tony Gonzalez did it. He
What
wasn't
position
in pro basketball, but I think he was in minor.
Yeah, in college, yeah, but professionally, those some grown men, dog. Nah.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's play
built for it.
Go ahead, Doc.
Hey, go ahead, Doc.
Buddha's built for it. He can do it.
All right. So with that said, I think we should do something real quick. Everybody go ahead. We're going to go around just for the hell of it. I'll even let Nancy and Jim do one. What athlete right now do you think could be a Bisport athlete? I'm going to start and say Mike Trout. What do you think?
LeBron for taste.
LeBron, yeah, for sure. G?
I was about to say LeBron as well.
Yeah. Nancy? You have no idea. What about you, Jim? No?
Me?
Yeah, go for it, Jim. What do you think?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
The question was, what athlete today do you think could be a Bisport athlete?
Of today?
Yeah, anybody.
I think Tom Brady.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Okay, so what
That's
else?
a good one.
Because of his, not because of wait, not because of his age right now, but earlier in his when he was younger.
Okay.
I think he could have gone either way.
Yeah, what second sport would you have given him?
What?
What second sport would you think he would play?
Tom Brady? I think he could have been a baseball player.
Okay. Yeah. I think I could see
he has a good arm. He has a good arm.
I was about to say
I actually think when he was younger, he played some baseball when he was in high school and stuff.
I think he did as well. I saw that.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. I like that.
I know that's a reach, but
no, that's good. I like that. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you, Buddah?
I was gonna say Zion Williamson.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
What, you got him like a tight end?
Yeah, he look like he can play some. I don't know, man. Just give him the ball and let him run people over.
Right, he'd be like Turley on The Longest Yard, when the great Khali played Turley and he was that big guy at fullback. Yeah. I was watching it yesterday. I could totally see that. Freaking crazy, man.
Oh, what about Giancarlo Stanton?
Oh, I love Giancarlo Stanton. Sorry, even though he's
or Mike Stanton, as he used to be.
I know, right?
He grew up with my nephews playing travel ball.
That's awesome.
He could literally play football or basketball, I think.
I could totally see that. It's funny you bring him up because I work at Angel Stadium also, and he was on the Marlins, and dude, his BP was one of the craziest BPs I've ever seen in my entire life. He hit like 5 into the parking lot. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, thank God my car was back further. You know, but he crushed it. Insane.
That'd be kind of cool if like the NFL, NBA, and all those big what's it called? And they would just let their players actually play on other professional levels.
Again. Like remember, Buddah, I think you'd remember this, you're a 90s kid. When Deion Sanders, oh God, what team was he on? He was on the Braves. No, he was on Cincinnati. He had just got traded to the Reds, I believe. And he had a game in the morning against the Braves, and then he in Cincinnati, and then he flew that night to play the night game for the Falcons. But they don't do that anymore, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Everybody, it's all about biomechanics and health,
and also this
longevity. Yeah, money and longevity, man.
No, you got Trout out there for $400 million. I don't think he's touching any other ball besides the baseball. Freaking insane. So, man.
Hey, Buddah, I had a quick question before we all get going. But
we got time.
Now that you're on the Oxnard Orcas, what are your goals for this season, upcoming season? Like, what do you plan to achieve this year?
I have a few goals personally. Personally, it was just getting back into shape and competing. I'm coming up on my last few years of competing on a high level, so yeah, I'm kind of like doing my old Kobe exit out. So, and another personal goal is just pushing my brand more and getting the Orcas more fan base with my pretty face.
He'll be the one that comes and models the jersey when we get him.
Hey man, that's what I might have to charge.
He's already a model, in case you guys didn't know. Buddah is a model, in case you guys didn't know.
All right, I'm not gonna say it. I believe it. I totally.
And then,
no, we're supposed to say that, Doc. Jeez, that's crazy.
And then I got some team goals also. It's just I don't know, just like passing on my wisdom to younger generation kids. Drewski is like one of my favorite guys. I see a lot of his game it reminds me a lot of mine. I think the sky is the limit for him as far as playing professional ball and getting paid for it.
I can see it.
So
definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to our relationship growing even more. And then also with the other teammates also, man, just connecting with them and just being in that atmosphere with guys and interacting, man. I'm just going to enjoy it, really, honestly.
Yeah, no, and it's awesome. Like I said, I agree with you because when I saw Drewski in the first game at the IE tryouts, I saw a little bit of you in him. So and when we had him on the show last week, I get this little brother vibe. I think you guys all do too. Like he's always smiling, he's always bubbly, but he got really serious towards the end of the show. But he mentioned playing with people like you guys, So it's gonna be really cool to see the different, like you said, we have different age groups on this squad and different experiences on this squad, and I think it's gonna gel really well.
Yeah. I just want to get in there and create a culture. Once we create a culture, that's like a solid foundation. All we're gonna do is get better from there. So
absolutely. You also said that you're on your way out. We'll believe that when we see it. Do you see yourself possibly coaching in the future?
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand by like everybody else, bro.
I mean, even the vibe right now, I could see you as like, even if you don't jump right into the head coach, I could totally see you as an assistant coach, bro. Because you got the mentality, you got the respect, and you have the experience. So,
or even the players coach, man. Like just
they have players coached in the ABA, so you never know.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
See.
All right.
Check in later. Is anybody else? We're just about out of time. Does anybody else have a question for Buddah, Doc, G, myself? Any questions or stories that they want to throw out before we head out?
Well, I do want to hear what Buddah has to say, like give a message to the fans. Like, why should the fans come and watch the Orcas?
Hold on, you came and broken up.
Can you say it one more time, Doc?
Yeah. So what would be a message that you would give to the fans that are thinking about coming to watch the Orcas? Like, what's a message to give to them?
I would just tell them, like, we're just going to be entertaining and being involved with the community in any way that we possibly can be. It's a new team, man. So we just want to reach out, and we want to spread blessings and entertain, like show people a good time and inspire kids. Like, you know, there's other ways that you can do things to make money or to you know,
make your dreams come true.
Give back to a community. Like, I don't know, just kids seeing a basketball and grown men playing and having fun. It's like, dang, I wanna be him. He looks happy out there. So just being able to create that environment in that town, like it creates more avenues for kids.
And like you said, just to have that smile on your face.
Great question.
Yeah, that mentality, you know, with any job, if you love what you do, it's not a job. And it's so cliche, but it's the truth, you know.
That's
like
true.
Doc, she loves what she does. You know, I'm in radio. I love when I'm on the radio. You know, when you're on the court, you're a superhero to people. You really are. Honestly, I mean, and we talked about being an example, and you could be an example on the court, off the court, and you don't even know who's watching you. So that's pretty freaking awesome. And like Ferran said last week, we could have 20 people, we could have 300 people. It doesn't matter, because those 20 people could carry over what they saw, what they felt, and carry that over to another 20, to another 20, to another 20. Next thing you know, we got like 1,000 people in attendance. And like we could also do like community events. And that's the important thing there, is to make sure we're teaching people to be better people, not just
Well, I do want the fans to know that we are going to be the hottest ticket in town, because we are a smaller venue, because we are going to be the only ones that are going to be able to bring you this professional basketball, because we have a smaller venue. We are probably going to be the only ticket in town, and it's going to be a hot ticket. Like, you know how Sierra Canyon sells out all the time? That's going to be us, but on even higher level. Like, it's going to be exciting basketball. And when you see Buddah out there doing his thing with his big purple fro, like, he would definitely brings the entertainment, and all the other guys too that I personally know. Like, it's going to be insane.
I agree 1,000%.
Definitely.
Freaking cool.
Like I said, we got something special going on right now. Yeah. And then, like Buddah said earlier in the meeting, like, it's kind of crazy how he's here right now, and how we're all here right now to all be a part of it. It's really crazy.
One big family.
Yeah, if everybody does their job, you know what I'm saying? Everybody holds themselves accountable. There's no telling where this can go, man. But it all starts with everybody doing their damn job, man.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. So with that said, I want to thank Buddah for coming on to the show. Dude, it was awesome getting to know a little bit more than what I already knew, and, you know, just making a difference. You just by saying what you're saying, showing what you've been through. Maybe there's someone out there that's going through the exact same thing, and you just changed somebody's life, bro. So thank you so much for that. I want to thank Jim and Nancy Fawad for joining us. Doc, thank you so much for being here yet again. On behalf of myself, George, and G, I want to thank you guys for Zoomcast number 2, bringing in Buddah, and we'll see what we got next week. So thank you guys so much. Go Orcas, and peace out.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. If you ever need any help, man, you can just reach out to me, man, for real.
You know it, bro.
All right.
The show. See you guys.